Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Good afternoon and welcome to CrasH. I'm Michael, the Bougie Black Brother, and today we back for our music reviews, and we're gonna go to the West Coast this time. But before we get there, I'm here with my co-host, Bougie Brother Sean. What up,
What
dude?
up, Joe? What up?
Chillin'. And we here for that music shit. And when I say West Coast, it was a young man that I kept hearing more so background or featured, and I really didn't listen to his release until currently. And we talking about ScHoolboy Q. And when Sean told me it came out, I was like, yeah, I've been hearing him. I really like that dude. I can't wait for that shit to come out. And before I actually put it on, I actually turned on his 2016 release. And once I heard that, I was like, yo, this dude is, I love him. This is what I wanted to hear. And then I listened to his new one. So I heard that, I vibed off that, and then I put his new one on.
Okay.
And so let me start up into that. When I did that, it threw me off. And I didn't know why it threw me off, because the CrasH talk just sounded different. And from his previous release from 2016, and I really, really liked that one. It was the Blank Face. And the Blank Face was just awesome. I really got into that one because every time he was featured, that's the style that I was listening to. But then he was on the Breakfast Club, and I was looking at the interview on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about, look, man, yeah, it was 2 years, and then my boy Nipsey died, and, I kind of held out a little longer than I normally would. And,
but he was homeboys with Mac Miller, though.
Oh, the Mac Miller, I didn't mean to say Nipsey. Mac Miller. And that's why that was another delay before he brought out the other one. But he said he wanted to do something different. He don't want to do the same thing over and over. So it explained to me how he kind of wanted to recreate another sound with this. And I had to adjust my taste.
Yeah.
Because if you don't and you hear the two, you'd be like, what the fuck is this dude doing, man? What the hell? But you hear it, and then you kind of go, okay, all right. He wants to do something different. And then it made me start adjusting and said, hey, this guy's talented. So that shows talent to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first it was kind of like, what are you trying to do? And this shit was just arranged really kind of fucked up. But it wasn't, it wasn't. And he put my boy Kid Cudi on there too. So it was always good to hear Kid Cudi in anything, but it was only 2 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he just fucked me up. And then I think he has a video with that, with Lil Baby Water.
Yep, I got that water.
Yep. And Chopsticks,
Yep, he got Chopsticks. He got a new one too. I'll let you know what it's called in a second.
But yeah, with the Chopsticks, that was just fucking crazy. You got the orchestra and the people up in there. He has it in all black and white. And your boy, who's the one who's doing the orchestrating?
Travis Scott?
Yeah, Travis Scott on that. And I was like, wow, this shit is fucking cool. But he did a different sound, though. He was a different way he was rapping, and it was just different. But I was like, kind of impressive, dude. All right. If it was a new rapper, I would have been like, oh, who is this guy? I would have been thinking of it in that way. So I kind of had to dismiss that the Blank Face and say, hold this one on his own, because he said, this is something I want to do differently. So take it as a different aspect of what I'm giving you. So here it is right there. And then when I listened to it, I just started enjoying it a lot more than my first go around and be like, damn, this shit sounds odd. It doesn't sound like him. It doesn't have that grip and that shit that I'm used to him hearing. And then I just realized, no, this was intentional. And so it just did really well. He had a lot of features on here too. I don't think not a lot, but with 14 cuts, you probably expected to see a couple of other people from his from Top Dog, but you really didn't get that. You know what I mean? So
Oh, you did. Yep.
So that was weird. That was a little odd for me, but that's fine. You know, because most of the time when you hear Top Dog, you said, oh, maybe SZA gonna be on there, or maybe you know, everyone has their time. And CrasH Talk wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad release. And I had to take away what I expected. Because, you know, we just talked about a couple of other artists of what we expect from them as opposed to what they giving you. For some reasons, ScHoolboy, it was easy to take away what I expected from him as opposed, because I haven't been listening to him with full-length albums for that long. So it was kind of easy to say, oh, okay, so you're doing this. Okay, I'm going to take it as it is. But I think if I was following him closely with his other releases, I think I probably would have been a little disappointed. But it was kind of easy to flow through this. You know, Gang Gang come on, and you kind of like, hey, I see where you're going, dude. All right. But then he changes it all throughout there, and I'm kind of like, wow, okay. I didn't like the Num Num Juice. That was the other one.
You didn't like Num Num Juice? That was his first single.
I know. That was a little crazy for me, but yeah, that was his first single, and I think he had a video on that one too. But
right.
Yeah, I wasn't too much on that one. But yeah, I really do like ScHoolboy Q. I like his personality. When he was on there, he was like, look, I'm just fucking worn out, y'all. Just talking about it. You know, he's just a real nigga straight up on there. And he was just going through the issues that he was going through. You know, he's talking about his daughter, and you know how he said everything I go through is straight up. I gotta let her know, and I just got to do things for my family and my people and everything. He said, but you know, when I'm doing my music, hey, I want to try different shit, and that's what I wanted to do. So I like it. I thought it was a good release. Is he in my top 10 or? No, he's not. Is he a good rapper? Yep, he is, and I enjoy what he do. But good release. I got it.
In comparison to his co-partners, where does it rank with? What's my man's name? J-Rock.
J-Rock killed it.
Okay.
J-Rock killed it, and J-Rock's style and his production. I think J-Rock plays really well with the music and everything, the production that they give him. I think he attacks that. You know what I mean? I think he attacks it to a point that you kind of like, wow, damn, dude, yeah. And he rolls with it, and his voice is right there. Well, ScHoolboy, he's cool. He's just a floor. He's not an ad-libber, but he's just that guy that does his part. He doesn't really stand out, but he doesn't really, you know, float in the background that you really don't know he is. Now I see him, he's a third level. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got Kendrick at the top. You got J-Rock that's fucking just killing it. You got the other supporting cats that's up inside of there. But ScHoolboy, you know, when he's combined with everybody, he does a good job. I think this standalone was an average release. It was good. I don't know what it was with the blank face, but I just thought that one was a lot more aggressive and a lot more entertaining.
Okay. Well, I enjoy TDE as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I actually follow ScHoolboy on Instagram, and he is a hilarious person.
Okay.
Like he's just funny. You know what I'm saying? He's just a cool dude that golf with his homeboys.
Yep. Yep.
You
You
know what I'm
love golf.
saying?
Yep.
And he get drunk, you know what I'm saying, and then he go kick it. And, so he had an interview. He also had an interview with Charlamagne the God.
Oh,
And
a single one, not with the Breakfast Club?
not with the Breakfast Club. Yep,
Okay.
just him by himself with them, and talked about, like you said, talked about his daughter. He actually has two daughters now.
Okay.
But his first daughter, she's homeschooled. She was actually in public school, but she didn't want to do it. She wasn't down. She didn't care for it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he pulled her
So,
out.
yep, pulled her out. She been homeschooled ever since. Teach her everything real. You know what I'm saying? So when CrasH Talk came out, I was preparing myself from what he was giving me from Instagram. I went back, but I didn't even get to Blank Face.
Okay. Okay.
So it was like, I was like, okay, let me go back and check out his stuff. But I went all the way back. So I went back to Setbacks, Habits, and Contradictions, and then I stopped on Oxymoron. Because Oxymoron that's when it started getting different. And then I missed Blank Face because I was still just stuck on Oxymoron. And then CrasH Talk came out. And I was just like, when this came out, I was just like, okay, it's cool. And then I'm listening to it again. Then I get back on Instagram, and then he posts. Rumor has it was his niece. But then he posts this little girl, and she's like, I got that water. And she was like that, mommy? And then it cuts to a scene where she just started dancing. Okay. And little girl, she getting down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To the water track. And that's usually what catches me, man. When Instagram helps sell things.
Yeah.
So I turned back on the album, and I kind of got the groove of what he was trying to give. I still don't. I like the first verse of Drunk, but I don't like the black verse on Drunk. But the song is cool. You know what I'm saying? If I listen to it in the club, I ride to it. But if I'm in the car by myself, I'm skipping the black verse. Black Folks is an interesting song. These are just off the top. I'm not even reading nothing right now, but I'm just telling you like songs that come to mind. Black Folks was an interesting song because it was kind of an explanation, but it wasn't. So I didn't really get the grasp of the title of the song, so to speak.
Gotcha.
But he gave it to you, but he didn't give it to you. It was like, these are the things that most black people, I'm sure, because I think about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I thought that was cool. Like, it was like after the fourth, fifth listen, man. After the fourth, fifth listen, I got it. I was like, okay. So I started liking 5200. 5200, one swipe, throw it away. That was a really decent song because it was creative, it was different, and like you said, man, it didn't sound like anything he was doing. It really didn't sound like he was trying to be West Coast at all.
Yeah. So it was odd, but entertaining.
It was definitely entertaining, man. But the more I listened to it, I was entertained by it. My first few listens, I'm like, man, what are you doing? What is this? But then again, like I said, I liked the Kid Cudi track, but like you said, it was so short, it didn't grab me. Die With Him is probably my favorite track on the CD because right after Die With Him, CrasH comes on, and that's like super hard. So the bottom end of the CD is like really good. But he mixes it up a little too much at the beginning.
Yeah. So the arrangement wasn't done well.
I wasn't a fan of Chopsticks, and I like Num Num Juice.
Yeah, I mean, Chopsticks, I like. Travis comes out and he produces, and when he's on something, he gives it something more. But if you listen to what he's talking about with Chopsticks, it's alright. I get it. Like a leg like chopsticks, and that was cool. But there was the meat of his lyricism wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? But the arrangement of everything, because of Travis and everything, I really liked it. Because sometimes I don't, lately with shit that's out, it's not really that good. So you got to take what you can from things if you like it. And if I just put this out there and say this is going to be heavy rotation, it's not heavy rotation. I'll put it on because I like a couple of things that's on here. And I'll probably jump through that. But to that point, none, that wasn't for me, pretty much.
And see, the catch is we had time to listen to these albums now.
Yeah.
We didn't have much time to like really dissect these albums. And shout out to everybody who actually goes through at least 4 to 5 listens before they do a review on the album. Because there's a lot of people who only like do one listen on the album and be like, oh, that's just whack.
Yeah, but
and it's like, nah, that's not that type of CD, man. You're gonna have to pop that back on.
but you taught me that though. You was like, really? And then when you talk through it, and then the more you talk me through it, it made me understand. You know what? Guess what? Just because you heard it and the shit sound bad on your first listen, understand what it is. Because sometimes people just listen to music and say, I don't like the music. Bam, I'm done.
Right.
No,
Right.
Sometimes you got to listen to the music and say, what are they trying to tell you? Okay, they ain't telling me shit. Okay, gotcha. Now listen to it again.
Right.
Wow, great production. I guess I can listen to it a little longer. And then the fourth one, you kind of be like, oh, that's what he's saying. And the production's pretty cool. So then when you're evaluating it all, you can have a better aspect of your review. But this from the hip type of review shit is kind of fucked up, because I'm going on my fourth listen of the Ari Lennox, because again, I had the trash talk and like, man, get this shit out of here, because I heard so much great women with their releases.
Right.
So it's kind of like,
and I'm thinking you was accustomed to a sound. You was expecting a certain vocal sound to come out of her.
Not just vocal sound, a serious what are you talking about sound. Because remember, on the surface, Doja Cat should be fucking thrown to the curb. That was a really great album. Talking about a lot of shit similar. But we'll get into that a little later. But the thing is, big shout out to people who say, let me give the whole album a listen, because there's multiple aspects of a release. It's not just the lyrics, it's the sound, it's the production, it's the arrangement, and the message. Because sometimes people don't have a message. So throw that one to the curb. Sometimes it's the worst production in the world, but damn, he really saying something, or she really saying something. Or it's just some shit that you can ride to. That's it. It's some numb music that just say, I either go to the club or I can just ride to it. Know what it is, but give it the opportunity for it to do that. Because some shit is just trash.
Right. Yeah.
And you can catch that at least on the second or third. You can be like, I'm not putting this bitch back on.
No, sir.
Yo.
So, but out of this whole album, one song that I would most definitely skip is number 6. And it's mostly because of Ty Dolla $ign.
Yep. I have
he
to
just
agree.
Didn't do it for me, man.
Yeah.
He didn't do it for me at all.
And you know what? They throwing him on a lot of stuff lately. I'm just not feeling him, dude. I told you that. That Jodeci shit that he's bringing to the point that people like. I don't like that. There's too many talented singing men that's out there that this guy's not that good for me. But he's the guy that they like. He's the default guy that they use. So
yeah. We're gonna have to review Meg Thee Stallion's album. That's another one that's out here that's getting a lot of push.
Who's that?
Super push. Her name is Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh, Meg Thee Stallion. Okay.
Yeah, she just dropped the album called Fever. I'm pretty sure you haven't listened to it.
No.
But please check that out. And we're gonna have to put that on the schedule.
All right, that's what's up.
I'm literally trying to go through my second listen.
So I'm on my third Jamila Woods because I'm trying to break it down now. I'm on my breakdown stage.
Right, because but both of those together, Ari and Jamila together, I think that would be perfect.
No, I agree now. Now that I
Mm-hmm.
heard it the second time, I totally agree. But Sierra, it's I just got some comments on that, and I could throw that in the middle, but I don't think it deserves a whole. You know what I mean?
No, sir, not at all.
I got you.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
I got you. I
But
got
shout out to Russell West. What is not Russell Westbrook? No,
you.
I'm just playing. Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Do
the
your
dude. I
thing
just
now.
seen him on the Wheaties box the other day,
Oh, you
man. So
did?
shout out to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
okay. You doing your
He's
thing.
a lame, but he do his thing.
He's
So
got a
shout out.
ring, so give him his
Yeah,
props.
yep.
He got a
There you
ring.
go.
A lot of motherfuckers don't. So here you go. But what do you rank it though? What's your rating, dude?
I'm gonna have to rate it. Ooh, man.
Be
I'm gonna have to
honest.
rate it
Be
a
honest.
7.75, man.
Wow.
Because it was good, but it just ain't it, man.
Right.
It just ain't it, man. Like it's just a little bit better than the 2 Chainz. And I'm comparing it to the 2 Chainz because everyone thinks the 2 Chainz is the best album of the year.
Nope.
And it's getting scary that that's the debate.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So and I said wow because I had it at a 7.5, dude. I seriously had a 7.5, and that was debatable. Because I get what you do, but like I said, if you're gonna change, you gotta be good. You gotta put some thought in that and say, if I'm gonna change, it's gonna be something a little better than what I've did before, or I'm gonna have to put the effort in to be like, God damn, dude, that was a nice little different release that you did.
right.
He didn't do that for me. He had a decent release, but he didn't. It's not that. You know what I mean? It's not that one. So I just got to go from that. But good release though.
Good release. Good release. I would still put on Baby. I like the Baby. That was a good one that you put out there.
Yep.
He's on the scene too, man, and he sounds good out there, man. Really sounds good.
Yeah, I do appreciate him. That's one. If you tell me like you just did now, I would be like, oh yeah, I need to put that bitch back on. Whereby if you were to say, you listen to that Gunna, no.
Yeah, I will still put on that Father of 4 when I got the time to listen to the whole album.
No.
I'm not just gonna pick tracks on that.
No.
I would have to want to listen to the whole thing. Beyonce been getting her little shine on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird year, man. It's a weird year in hip hop. Weird year, man.
Yeah,
Like, so I know the Khaled just came out, so we definitely gotta speak on the Khaled.
because we got that on our nomination, so that's like the first one of the year, ain't it?
Who, the DJ Khaled?
The producers of the year. Remember how we?
Yeah, I mean, if we're calling Tyler the Creator just an artist and not a producer,
he's just an artist. He's just an
okay.
artist. Yeah, because he's part of it. Everything he does, he's part of it. Mm-hmm. Where DJ Khaled, all he does, DJ Khaled, and you're like, yeah, motherfucking go so.
Hey man, he's the Diddy of our time, man. He has done everything with music. Do you see those collaborations that he has on those albums?
I got it. We'll talk about it.
That is like incredible.
Dude, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
Because, I got my feel on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, got anything last thoughts, bruh? Before we close this up.
Man, I'm just waiting on music, man. There's not really nothing that's ringing. Everybody is wishing for everything to come out. We're just really looking at documentaries. I'm pretty sure if anyone needs to, go check out that Wu-Tang documentary. That's a really good one. Yep. And then they said the Shy's been popping. You've been telling me about the Shy.
Yeah. I gotta go back to that. I got a couple other shit. I'm on Billions right now.
Okay. Yeah, man. So I'm I just got my new crib, undisclosed location.
Undisclosed. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, man, getting a little comfortable in my new owned spot. If y'all get an opportunity to own in your life, please do. It's worth the investment.
It is worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it, man. Just make sure y'all catch me on Bougie Brother Sean, BOUGIE Brother Sean.
What about the show?
SCAN, and my show, which is beautiful. Make sure y'all go on WDBS Hip Hop at WDBS Hip Hop on Instagram. Click on that link in the bio and press subscribe. Holla at your boy. Check out a couple of them videos, man. It just basically really gives you the updates and reviews on current events going on in hip hop. And it gives you a real nice debate, man. You're going to enjoy that, man. For real, 100.
That's right. And catch us on every car wax, on every podcast download. Any download you can get your hands on, iTunes, Google, Spotify, all of them. We're on every download that's available. And if you're just sitting around on YouTube, go to Bougie Black Brother Network and you'll see the car wax on that. So check us out. We're out there and we're trying to do our thing, keeping this music shit going. And with thanks a lot for you stopping by, and we'll see you next week on Car Wax. But later.
Peace.